Hello, Keith here with Math and Games. Today we're doing PanzerBlitz, Situation 12. We're on turn 2. I'm really excited because we're getting to the end of my playthrough of all 12 of the original PanzerBlitz scenarios, and that's all online. And next I'm going to do the Panzer Leader game, but first we have to get through this scenario. Now, interesting situation is developed over here. The Germans took out the main command post over here, the spotting post. So all the Vespies and the Hummels that are in the back cannot fire into this area. So this is the main source of action right now where the Germans are doing their main thrust. They took all these howitzers and all these anti-armor guns and these two big howitzer Su-152s, and they basically fired that and they took out the command post right there. Over here on the right, we have the guards. The guard units are sneaking up over here because there's a lot of woods over here. On the left, the two command posts are in play. One command post is there, and another command post is there. So this far left side of the board is really going to catch hell if anybody tries to come down over there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift. I'm thinking of shifting all my forces on the left to the right, possibly, and just to focus on the right, or maybe have the units on the left just play defense. And so what I could add to the right would just be an armored gun and a howitzer. So I can two fairly weak anti-armor weapons and two fairly weak howitzer platoons. How many? So I have one. Okay, I have a tank there actually. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have a tank in this ravine. That could be useful. I got to figure out as the Russians how I'm going to proceed on the left, because it's a dangerous area. I really can't do any. I don't think I can do anything on the left or mount any kind of offense. But if I could just somehow put a little bit of pressure on that side without getting me totally blown away by the Vespies and the Hummels, that might still might become useful. Do the fire phase here for the Russians. Russians go first. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those two are dispersed. So I have 6. I have a 1 to 2 over here. So it's actually 3 to 8. It's 1 to 3. Is it even worth it? Or do I just want to move it in slowly but surely? It's 1 to 3. Well, it is something. I'll take it. 1 to 3. Roll to 5. Okay, no effect. I don't think that mortar unit has. Well, that mortar unit does have a target, and that would be this mortar unit. Yep. And that's going to be, how many mortar units do I have over there? I have 2. So it's 6. It'll be 6 to 2. It'll be a 3 to 1 plus 1. So 3 to 1 with a 4. I believe that's just the dispersal. Yeah. Right here, they're dispersed. Those two have fired. I want to make sure it's just the howitzer wasn't fired at. Move the dispersal of the howitzer, but that mortar with the 15 firepower, that was definitely dispersed. So I'll leave that there. Okay, who else? What do we got over here? We got infantry, and we got infantry. All right. Here I got artillery. So I'm able to just pound. I can eliminate that unit and that unit fairly easily, and there's nothing else I can see, but I want to take this unit out at the very least. So that's 40 to 8. So that's 5 to 1. So I'll take that out. Graveyard. And this right here, I believe that's line of sight to them. That's also 40 to 8 to the graveyard. Mark it fired, but the tank now can still move. Problem is, if I move the tank, I won't have any transportation for those howitzers. I'll effectively take them out of the game. This mortar is going, well, does it have a target? That's the question. Let's see. Oh, actually, shoot, I made a mistake. Those units were on a hill. So I would have had to have these, right? But then I could have used one of these. So either way, I have to get 40 firepower against this because it's only fair. So I think that, and that's 60. And then 70, 80. All right. So that's a howitzer 40. I need another 80 firepower. That's 24. So that's 64. And then I think this one on a hill will give me what I'm looking for. Right there. Doesn't matter. The truck's not going anywhere anyways. All right, so let's took out those two on a hill. Now I may have to just do a close assault with these infantry to take out these. Let's see, who else can fire? How about these armor units? I don't think they have targets yet. Do I want to even take the time to load? Do I want to waste time loading? And who do I have back here? Do I just want to go for it and try and overrun the town? All right, I'm going to take time to load these up. Load these anti-armor weapons up. Boom. Okay, I'm loading that. I'm going to load this one. All right, because it's worth it, because I'll have those extra guns in the fight, and it's still early in the game. Okay, one over here. That doesn't have its transportation. That doesn't have its transportation. Do I have any targets for those? Next question. So that can bring 6 firepower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18. Well, I'd rather not use this one right here, because I want those for close assault. I got 24 and another 12 and 12. Those guys can all fire in there. So I'm going to have all these fire against that bunker. That'll be a 1-to-1, so I have a 1-to-3 chance to. Excellent. So I basically disperse this, and that could make close assault more powerful. Excellent. And then that close assault by these units are going to be a lot more powerful now. All right. So right here, I'm definitely going to move that onto the block. I'm going to move that. Well, I can move that into the woods and that over here. That still doesn't give me a lot against this. Let's see if there's anybody else that I want firing right now. They just loaded. All right, I don't think there's anybody in the fire phase. So now I got the movement. Well, how about this guy right here? You got 1-to-1 over here. But much better with close assault. Well, I'll take the rifle unit. And I'll fire against him. That'll be a 1-to-2 +1. Why not? No effect. This doesn't make much of an effect. All right. I think that's it. Now for movement. So we know he's going to do a close assault. Ridiculously bad odds. 1-to-3 -1. If I move him here, or is it better just to go through the mines? Well, Screw it. These are guard units. These guys are very gung-ho anyways. Here we go. It's kind of risky. How about these guys? Do I just want to go forward and do a 1-2 attack? The mines? Or 2-1 attack? Yeah, I'm going to risk going through that mine hex. So I'm going to roll 6. Wow. So it's a 2-1 with a 6, and I made it through the mines. I made it into the mine. Well, no, because that actually attacks at the beginning of the German turn, I believe. This is a special mine phase. So those mines attack at the beginning of the German turn. But anyways, those guys moved. What do I got here? I got a couple armory units. 1, 2. I'm going to start moving them. 3. Meanwhile, I'm going to move these. Oh, I actually got another. Oh, okay, that's a truck right there. If I move these ahead too early, well, I'm going to move this truck over where that heavy mortar is, right here. So next turn, I'll have the option of moving him out. And I'm going to move him over here. He's going to enter. That unit already has its transport. One, two, three. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'll start him moving in that direction. These guys, do I want to send them now? Start them up this hill? Or do I want to wait? Yeah, they're kind of powerful. There's not much that the Germans can do with them now. Okay. So I'm still procrastinating about the left. What do I do with the left? Because the left has a very strong defense. And I don't want to... The only thing I'm thinking is that I move very carefully. Okay. Left is a little bit more difficult situation. How long will it be to get these guys out here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 or 5 turns before those cards get into the picture, so it's really not going to make much of a difference. If I move there, I think that's a safe place. I know this guy can move right there on top of him. All right. So those guys can advance toward the woods. He's going to move there. I'm going to move the tank and them there. So I'm going to try to get some type of offense. Now, how about these guys? Okay. I'll try using the stream bed as cover. We'll see what happens over there. Okay, so now that's the movement phase. So last but not least, we have the closest assault. So right here, it'll be 1-1 with a -1. And that makes that unit dispersed. Boom. Okay, any other closest? Oh, yes, right here. All right, we got 12 to 40. Correction. 20, 1 to 2 odds. 1 to 2 odds, but those are infantry against armor. Yeah, I'll take it. So it's 1 to 2 odds. 3, no effect. Yeah. 4 minus 1 is 3, no effect. How about over here? Same thing, 1 to 2 odds with the -2. That'll be a 1 to 2, 1. And that'll be a dispersal. Now I'm wondering, they were already dispersed anyway, so no effect. It's regular dispersal. Okay, and I think that's it for the Russian phase. So now we'll go into the German phase 2. Oh, I just hid the pieces. There they are. I want to clear a move. All right, so let's get rid of that fire marker. Pop the marker. All right, so I cleaned up the Russian markers. Now it's the German's turn. So it's the German fire phase. And the first place I see fire is right here. This mortar unit is going to fire against the tank. Yep. And that's going to be 1 to 1, 1 to 1 plus 1. No effect. So these guys against these guys, I only have a howitzer. So I'm only going to attack one of those at 1 to 2 straight up. No effect. Any more fires? I don't think there are. Oh, right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So that'll be a 1 to 2. Well, 8. Yeah, 1 to 2 straight up. No effect. So they fired. Let's see if I can grab them. Nope. Here I don't have an attack. I think that's it. Well, right here. They can't really do much, can they? All right. So now the German movement phase. This is where I have to make adjustments. I mean, the Vespies by themselves can hold this area. So I can start moving units out if I'm the Germans. I can move him there. And I'll move that truck into that town over there so I can load up that infantry. I'll keep this rifle unit here for the time being. How about him? Oh, I want to keep him there. That's easy enough. It's the strong points are really strong. I got a rifle unit over there. Could keep him there. Yeah, well, I'll move him out because it doesn't really matter. I mean, the strong point itself is 40, so having the extra rifleman there isn't going to make a difference. No, these guys. Start them moving in that direction. This rifle unit right here. Infantry, I can go slowly. I'm just going to move them forward. How about that guy? 15, 20. I need everything I can get on hill 132. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3. That hex actually has a pretty good field of fire, so I'm going to unload that right there. All right. That guy. So these two guys are going to be active. So I gotta move them right there because they're going to have the guard units come down on them. This guy, I want him to move back right there because the guards are going to come through that woods, I think. All right, I like him here. I don't think anybody's going to come through that area right there. So what do we got in this bunker? Do we have enough firepower? Yes. We've done got plenty. I would like another. Well, maybe I should pull back, let them come up. Let them come up and let them draw my fire. Okay. What about these guys? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this guy back. I'm going to move one of these infantries forward. I'd like to pull this guy back and put another infantry over there, but I can't get him there yet. So I'm going to pull them back. Put that engineer unit over there. Make sure I show that those two units are in that bunker. I want a unit outside of that bunker, so if I put that unit outside of the bunker and that unit outside of the bunker, how about these guys? Anti-armor. I like to put an anti-armor gun right there. So I'm going to load that. Oh, he's already loaded. Good. So I'll just move him up to... Well, move him up to right here. Yeah, that's a good place for that anti-armor gun. All right, making a formidable, ready to make a little stand right here. What do I got over here? Is there anything here I want to shift? Security force, no. All right, so I think that's it for the German movement phase. And I don't see any German close assaults, so that's going to be the end of turn 2. Okay, so we're going to go on to, next time we're going to go on to Russian turn 3. So it looks like any attack now is going to be channeled through these hex rows, the Q through T hex rows right there. And then it's up to the Germans to make a stand right there, put as much guns and as much firepower as they can. Meanwhile, I'm going to see if I can get some Germans over here to slow the Russians down even more. Maybe put units on the ridge. Meanwhile, these guard units right here are getting into position and they're going to press on the right. And there's not much there to stop them. the best this can do is draw units away from guarding this gap. There's basically a 4-hex hole in the German defense's path up that hill. And that's what all the Germans have to defend, that 4-hex hole. But the Russians have a ton of firepower. The only thing is they can't go up on that ridge very quickly. They can go maybe 1 hex up and have to stop. And I might want another row of infantry or even trucks behind just to prevent overrun. Just have like, if I can have like 3 or 4 rows, that would significantly slow the Russians down. And time is a factor for the Russians. Unfortunately, don't have a command post, so the Vespies and the Hummels are worthless in that particular area. But we'll see. Bye-bye.